Hello, everyone. Welcome to Camp Creepy 2. We're going to continue this month's reviews with Halloween 2018. I decided with the new one coming out, it'd be a good one to go over, and I watched it just a couple nights ago. So, you know, I've watched it a few times since it came out, and I think it's one of the best sequels to Halloween. I think a lot of people agree with that. Some arguments for 2, 3, 4, and it kind of just really goes downhill from there. I'm more of a Halloween fan, but I think Friday the 13th is got like, more fun sequels, I'd say. I think they are both very different, but they're fun in their own way. And I think a lot of the other, I have problems with some of the other Halloweens. Like Halloween 4's mask just never looks right, but besides that, it's a decent movie. I think 3's underrated. I mean, it would have been kind of cool if they went and kept going with the anthology idea, because I like anthology movies like Trick or Treat, which I'm hoping to do this month. Spoiler. So anyway, let's talk about 2018. It pretends the other sequels don't exist, but there's a lot of nods to the other sequels, which is really cool. Like, you know, they bring back, they mention characters or certain things happen. They even acknowledge how in the second one, they make Michael and Laurie brother and sister. And the kids are walking home and they're like, oh, no, that's just some rumors some people made up. It's not true at all. So, you know, they face that. They wanted to remake how he got captured, which would have been really interesting to see. Apparently, they're doing it in the new one. And another spoiler, I'm probably going to be reviewing that. That'll probably come out the day after. I should be able to see it the 15th, unless I get to see it earlier. Hopefully I do, but, you know, we'll see. I'm excited for that. I think if you're a fan of Halloween, that's going to be good. From every early review I'm hearing is that one doesn't feel like a complete movie, but it's the middle of a trilogy. That happens with a lot of movies that are in the middle of a trilogy, though some of them, there are some exceptions that are good self-contained. But, you know, we'll see how that goes in just a short, like, week and a half or so. Anyway, 2018, I think Jamie Lee Curtis does a good job as Laurie Strode, you know, dealing with the trauma from the original night and her dealing with her family and being paranoid. I think she plays it like really, really well. You know, I think she put like, you'd think after how successful she was, she'd be kind of like staying away from the horror genre. You know, I mean, that's kind of how she got to start. A lot of people do that, but then they get away from it. You know, she's done a lot. It's amazing to see her come back to her roots. And I think it's a great performance. I hope she's in all three. We'll see. I would not be surprised if they kill her off, but, you know, it'd be too bad because she's one of the best parts. She's fantastic. And I like how they kind of brought, this is skipping ahead a little bit, but I kind of like how they paid some nods to H2O where she's like she can hold her own against Michael, but I think this Michael is a lot more scary than the H2O one because the H2O one gets a little slapsticky. It's watching it now, it's kind of ridiculous. It's pretty funny, but I remember really liking that movie when it first came out, but it was a 90s movie. Things are different now. So, you know, she's living with the trauma. She's not doing too well. Her family life, her kid got taken away, and she's trying to develop a relationship with her granddaughter. You know, she visits her at school, but her granddaughter's like, come on, just let it go. But it's just not easy for her. And she hears they're moving, and they definitely modernized it. There's a group that are trying to do a podcast, and they want to talk to Michael and get him to speak. So they show him his mask. It's a great scene. It's in the, you know, it's in the ward or prison, whatever. It's, I think they're at the psych ward or whatever, but everyone in there like freaks out. Dogs are barking because there's just like a presence. He doesn't even look or say anything. He just knows it's a mask. And, you know, everyone gets like, you can see everyone in the area just like feels the connection. And that was a mistake for the podcasters because he ultimately escapes with the help of one of his, there will be spoilers, so I'm going to talk through the movie, so just want to say that now, but, you know, it came out a couple years ago. If you're watching this, I'm sure you've seen it. So he, with the help of the doctor, he escapes on the bus, and he just starts taking people out. He's just getting back to doing what he's doing. He doesn't really have any goal. He's not trying to find Laurie, but the doctor wants him to meet Laurie because he wants him to finally speak. And that's kind of the story of this movie is you find out the doctor's actually crazy and evil and wants to help them have a meeting. And it does happen. They have a final showdown in Laurie's house, and she's been prepared, you know, and it turns out she's trained her daughter well. The whole family works together. They trap Michael. They end up setting the house on fire, and they think they destroy him. And that's the thing, though, is this is a trilogy. It's not close to being over. Everyone's seen kind of how they make him escape. Like the firefighters help him out, and he just kills them. The mask is a little bit burned, so I kind of wish they went a little bit farther with that. Like make him like the mask like melt to his face and make him like completely changed by it would have been kind of cool. Something a little bit different. My good friend Joe made this painting, so I figured I had to bring it into the video. So, props to him for making it for me. Made it for Camp Creepy 1. I didn't get to put it in, but I'm glad we can use it now. And so they, set him on fire, and they think they've won. And, Laurie's like going to the hospital. A bunch of the other characters are pretty beat up. That's going to lead into the second one where he escapes, and the city finds out that he's still around, and they're going to gather together, and it's just going to be the Haddonfield versus Michael Myers, which should be, I think it'll be a great showdown. But hopefully it's a good movie. I hear it's really bloody, lots of kills, I'm sure, and hopefully it's just a good movie. I just hope it's a solid movie. John Carpenter's doing the music. He's always fantastic. I would love to see John Carpenter film another video. I do really like many of his movies. Like The Thing is probably my favorite horror / one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'd love to see more from him, because the last movie I remember doing was The Ward, and that was very. It's not a great movie, but I think it's okay. But I get why a lot of people don't like it, and he's had some great movies, but he's also had some not so great movies. But I'd like to see him go out with one really, really good one. But at least he's contributing to the Halloween movies, and he's got a part in this, and at least there's that. And his score is just still fantastic. So, and hopefully this will lead to, with the Friday the 13th, the Friday the 13th lawsuit ending recently. Hopefully we'll get some more of those movies, and hopefully some more Nightmare on Elm Street, because the last remake wasn't that great. So there's a lot they can do. Actually, I have a couple ideas, so hopefully I can put together some good fan films. I've been watching a lot of great fan films. Like I already reviewed the Silent Hill Road of Guilt, which was really great. Check out that review. And I plan to do a lot more horror content this month. I love this time of year. I'm back down here. I moved my streaming mic, so hopefully I can get a better setup down here, but we're working towards it. So thank you for checking it out. I would say the Halloween movie is great. Really good. I'd say watch the first one right into it. It's definitely worth watching. A good modern take on it. Check it out. Thor out.